Heat advisory noon till 8 p.m. and then chance of storms tonight.
The dangerous heat has major impacts to your health. This morning, what you need to have ready before leaving on your morning commute.
And responding to emergencies in extreme heat. The way local firefighters are preparing to stay cool while fighting fires today.
Calling for change, we ask St. Louis city leaders what happens now after a weekend fight in the heart of downtown leaves 5 people wounded and 1 person dead.
My heart goes out to the victims and the families who were involved in this horrible incident.
What Mayor Tessara Jones is calling on Missouri state leaders to do.
Listening to your favorite tunes without breaking the bank. The new basic plan Spotify is offering.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, June the 25th. I'm Renina.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Thanks so much for joining us. Time now is 6:01. And you know what? It's already hot out there.
Yeah.
And Jim is telling us that it's going to be the hottest day that we've had so far this year. But no records are breaking, right?
Well, you know, we'll be so close. 102 is the record, and 101 is what we are forecasting. So close, Michelle. It could actually hit that, but there's a lot of storms developing to our north, and we're thinking outflow boundaries and some cloud cover from those storms will head in our direction, and we'll just see if we make it to 101 or 102 before that happens. But the real field temperature will be very close to 111 in some of the worst cases, but 100 to 111 throughout the entire area. Here's that heat advisory, noon until 8 p.m. So this is when you want to stay out of that sunshine and stay in air conditioning or in the pool and wear lots of sunscreen. Heat advisory 101 in St. Louis today, that record 102. Southwest wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Much more of that storm chance coming up in just a bit. Let's head over to Paul. Hi, Paul. Good morning. We have some heavy traffic out there.
Yes, we do. Fewer minutes out there on the roads. Generally much better. When it's really hot like this, it's even more important, and that's what we're seeing. Usually on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we do have heavier traffic. Seems like a lot of people work from home maybe on Monday and Friday. So we are starting to pick up as far as volume goes. But right now, 270 southbound and northbound is moving right along after an accident we had earlier. This is a little bit further up from the camera. I should say south of the camera. We are going a little bit slower, but it's still trying to recover from the incident. And then as you look here at the big map, you could tell a lot of fast and normal speeds. We'll have another take of traffic just a few minutes away.
You know, right now, this extreme heat that we're dealing with can impact everything. I'm talking about taking a toll on your health, on your family, on your pets.
Yeah, and I think the one thing is if you're driving around with your kiddos, you're going to want to make sure that it's not taking a toll on your car.
True.
I mean, of course it is, but you want to be safe. So our Mercedes McKay is joining us live with tips on how to care for your vehicle now so it doesn't leave you stranded, really, in these dangerous temperatures, Mercedes.
Good morning, Michelle. Safety is key, especially like you said, Michelle, when you're driving your kids around. Many of you at home are getting the kids ready either for summer camp, you're about to head out the door for work yourself. So these are some things that you do want to check. You can check it quickly before you head out the door so that you know your car can handle this heat. Let's head over here to one of our 5 on your side vehicles. First, let's take a look at your car battery. If it's a couple of years old, mechanics tell me you'll want to get it tested just to be sure. Now, helping your car beat the heat also means you'll want to keep proper fluid levels up here. So with hot weather like this, your fluids actually thin out. So you want to make sure your oil is clean and full. That's that little yellow knob right here I'm pointing at. And of course, check that air conditioning. This week, it'll be working overtime. And if it isn't blowing as cold as normal, you want to get it checked immediately. So a tip for actually improving your airflow is cleaning the debris under here that's between your radiator and the condenser to make sure you're better cooling and that it's coming through the vents cooler and better. We'll be working that AC throughout the rest of the week. And lastly, of course, your tire pressure is vital. Local mechanics say you need to have the pressure just right.
Definitely don't overflate them, no. With the heat and the highways, I mean, it's a chance of a blowout if they're overinflated. You want to make sure you just keep the proper pressure in them. Don't under, don't over. That's the best. And make sure you've got good tread.
Another simple tip, if you're heading to work or going anywhere today and you don't have that covered parking, make sure you're parking in the shade. That'll keep your car at those cooler temperatures as well. We all live in St. Louis. We know that we're going to deal with traffic. So if you're in stop and go traffic, mechanics also tell me to keep your AC blowing lower so you're not blowing it overtime for a long period of time. Now, coming up in our next half hour, I'll tell you when's the best time to fuel up your car to make sure you save a couple of bucks. But right now, you know, this excessive heat also takes a toll on us personally, especially those who work outside, including first responders. Our Diamond Palmer is live at the St. Louis Fire Department with more on that. Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning, Mercedes. Well, the St. Louis Fire Department says every time temperatures are scorching like this, they actually have a meeting to discuss how many additional crews they'll bring in. But they also reiterate to firefighters to drink plenty of water and to take plenty of breaks during these temperatures. A reminder that today is the first time that we actually have a heat advisory this time for the summer season. So St. Louis Fire Department actually says that they also are saying that they are trying to watch each other, right? Listen to each other, listen to your own body during these temperatures, because that is extremely important to avoid any heat exhaustion. So according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, people who work outside and who are exposed to extreme heat may actually be at risk for heat stress. So that's a condition that can result in heat stroke, heat exhaustion, heat cramps, and even, of course, heat rashes. Firefighters in St. Louis say they meet every single morning during extreme temperatures to see just how many additional crews they'll need for the day.
If we're on a house fire, we call for additional resources because we know we need to rest, recover before we re-enter the work cycle. So we encourage folks to do that. If you've got to work outside, be smart about it, right? Limit the time that you're going. Make sure that you rest and rehab.
So if you need to be outside, here on your screen, you can see what experts recommend. For 1 hour, you'll need about 1 to 2 bottles of water. If you're outside for longer than that, at 4 hours, you're going to need 4 to 8 bottles of water. And of course, spending time longer than that, about 8 hours outside, that means you will need at least 8 to 16 bottles of water. I know sometimes we kind of forget to hydrate, but today is not the day to forget water. Now, if you are looking for a place to cool down, St. Louis City has plenty of them. They have nearly 20 cooling centers around our area that are open anytime the temperature hits 90 degrees or above for 3 days in a row, and we have hit it. So for a full map, you can just text the keyword to HEAT at 314-425-5355. So it's not just the St. Louis Fire Department who is warning people about these scorching temperatures. It's also the St. Louis Police Department who say they want you to know to drink plenty of water and to please limit your time outdoors. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk about the impact of wearing firefighter gear and what that has on them during these temperatures. Reporting live in St. Louis, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Well, this morning we continue to work to learn more about the deadly shooting from over the weekend that left 1 person dead and 5 others wounded. It happened in the heart of downtown near City Garden at 10th and Market. St. Louis police have yet to name the man killed or the woman who was arrested after the shooting. But here is what we know this morning. Around 2:30 Sunday, police say a fight broke out between several women. At some point, several men got involved and started shooting. The St. Louis mayor says the state legislature needs to step up to help reduce violent crime in the area.
The blood is on the state's hands. They need to make a change in state law to allow us to either make our own laws, or they need to consider the safety of all Missourians.
Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-866-371-TIPS, and you can also remain anonymous.
This evening, EPA officials will host a public meeting to discuss whether the community surrounding Coldwater Creek will receive more assistance. The assistance is determined by a site-specific assessment, which identifies whether a community requires additional support from the EPA. Today's meeting will be broken down into 2 sessions. Session 1 is from 3 o'clock until 4:30. Session 2 begins at 7 o'clock and runs until 8:30. Both will take place at the JFK Community Center on Howder-Shell Road in Florissant.
Dangerous flooding in Iowa and forced thousands from their homes where there is large damage that could collapse a bridge and take several towns with it.
listening to the latest hits without breaking the bank. How much Spotify's basic plan will now cost you.